All right, how to annotate your Google Slides sources on your documents on this Google Slides app. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to look at is this right-hand side. You see all these tools for you. These are your annotation tools. Now you are going to drag and drop these symbols according to what they are. You are going to identify these symbols on your source because they will help you see key traits that will help you basically write your concrete details and introduce a document. Specifically, these ones in the red right here. Also, it's going to help you like go back to thoughts that you to mark thoughts that you couldn't really evaluate now, and you want to read the rest of your source. So, for example, you run into a word you might not understand. Let's say you don't understand what the word possession means. I would put that word there, so when I go back and reread my source for a second time, I know that I got to define that word possession. Okay. Now you're not going to use all these symbols on every single thing. Like this source, it says who, it says where, it was in cities in Japan, it says when, it was before the dropping the second bomb. But how does this relate to the prompt? I'm not probably going to drop this one. I'll probably answer that question in these comments just for this source. I might not even drop this thought bubble. I might use a different tool. And I'm not going to mark who is involved or affected because I already marked who this is about and who it is too. It just happens to be the same people. So if I wanted to, I could really drag this over there as well. Now, as I read this, I'm also going to utilize my Google Slides toolbar to basically underline, highlight, italicize things that I think are important, I don't understand maybe, or whatever your style is of annotating you're going to use. Now, for me, I like to underline things that I don't understand and highlight things that I need to expand further on. So, for example, if I don't understand this word consequences, I might highlight that. Okay, so I got to go back if I didn't have enough time, if I can't drop this on it. And then if I wanted to, let's say I found what this word meant or what possession meant, and I want to define it in the margins for me, I'll highlight it, go to my comment button, and then my comment pops up there on the side. So I would define the word here. Okay. Now you guys are going to have questions. Like let's say you drop this thought bubble for number 2 and you want to expand further on what this part of the source talks about. Again, you can go to that thought bubble, hit that add comment button and say, hey, I wonder why this is the way it is. So, you could go back further, research online to get better context to help you evaluate this source. Now, all these things all your comments will show up in the margins. So just make sure that you resolve them after you are done with them. Also, if you click back on the text box, if you guys also notice, you see how all the tools are here, but if I click here, they aren't there anymore. That is because you need to click on the text box for the tools to pop up. To use any of these, all you need to do is highlight the word, and then let's say you want to mark specific things yellow, you just click the yellow highlighter. Now, I'm not going to require you guys to use all of the drop-down symbols, but I am requiring everyone to at least use some of them and their Google tools. Okay, so this thing should be highlighted up, commented on. It should be underlined things, however you decide to annotate. Everyone has their own style, so just make sure that you are utilizing these tools to annotate each of your sources.